Welcome to the American Dream, coming to you from Little Italy in San Diego. I'm Craig Sewing, and today we're taking you all across the country, the lifestyle, the culture, and some real estate advice. You're going to absolutely love today's show. Let's get it started right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Barry Habib. Today, I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the beautiful Grand America Hotel. Speaking of grand, that's been what you could say about appreciation levels around the United States. Year over year, homes have appreciated between 18 and 20%. Wow. Now that might not continue at that torrid pace, and that's a healthy thing. But we do think the housing market will remain strong. You might want to get into that action and get a part of that appreciation going forward. One of the things you might have to do is take out a mortgage. And there's a lot to think about, because choosing a mortgage isn't like buying a flat screen TV online. There's much more involved. You see, choosing a mortgage means that you have to think about, first of all, am I eligible for that mortgage? Do I make enough? Maybe I make too much. So you want to make sure that the rate you're thinking about is one that you can actually obtain. In addition to that, you want to think about things like the term of the mortgage, how much costs might be involved, because costs are a big determining factor in whether or not you should select that mortgage. See, the more costs, chances are you'll get a cheaper rate. Less costs, higher rate. Now, while everybody thinks that they want the lowest rate, it might pay sometimes to take the higher rate, because those lower costs means that you'll be saving money for maybe 4 or 5 years. So taking a higher rate could be beneficial for you if you think you'll move sooner, or if you think you might refinance. And there's reasons to believe that there might be a recession brewing. If there is one that occurs over the next few years, that could, believe it or not, cause interest rates to drop enough where you might have an opportunity to refinance to a lower interest rate. So a lot to consider, and that's why it's important to have a mortgage professional who's an advisor who can help you make these decisions. You see, if you look at 4 or 5 different mortgage options, and all you want to know is what's the best for me, well, it's important to note that they all could be the best for you at different points in time. So a qualified professional who can help you analyze that can see what matches your expected duration either in the house or what your thought process might be on a refinance. And that's why, as we look around the country at different lifestyles around the country, you're going to be hearing from great real estate agents and mortgage professionals who can definitely help you make the right decision. Look, as I always say, the best rate on the wrong program is far more expensive than a competitive rate on the right game plan and strategy for your financial future.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Financing the American Dream. My name is Ryan Brown and your host for Palm Beach County. I was voted #1 mortgage lender in Palm Beach County by the Palm Beach Post. I'm so excited to introduce you to our city, our county. I'm going to introduce you to some of the top real estate, builder, and local businesses and nonprofits in our area. Let's go. We're going to take a tour around the city. We're going to talk about the local real estate market. And then we'll take a little trip up north, and I'll introduce you to a local custom home builder that just completed this beautiful $1 million home. Today we're at Rosemary Square, a $500 million project in the heart of West Palm Beach. It's known for its shopping, dining, and entertainment. Palm Beach County is a hot spot right now. Why? Because we have great communities. We have a booming economy. We have a great family lifestyle. Oh, did I mention no state income tax? And what about the beaches, palm trees, golf, and boating? What's not to love? It's a great place. My buddy Justin Angel just picked me up and we're ready to go tour his brand new home. Hey American Dream, I'm here with Justin Angel with Bright Homes on a brand new custom-built multi-million-dollar home just steps from the ocean.
Hey, I'm so excited to be here, guys. Let's go take a tour of this right now.
Justin, thank you so much for joining us today on Financing the American Dream. First off, this house is absolutely gorgeous. I can tell all the details. Obviously, it's a multi-million-dollar home, but the attention to detail in this home is fantastic. Tell us a little bit about this home.
Thanks for having me, guys. No, this house is, a very unique design. I mean, we did a Dutch contemporary in South Florida, and we spent countless man hours making sure that all the finishes were second to none.
That's what I love about you, is just seeing how you've come so far from flipping homes to now being a large custom home builder, building beautiful million-dollar mansions on the ocean, on the beach, and just great job, man.
Thanks, man.
It's great to see.
Appreciate it.
So Justin, tell me, why should people move to South Florida? Like, what is so attractive about this place?
It's beautiful, man.
Pretty obvious, right?
Landscaping, water, sunshine.
Yep.
We could be in Disney World. We can be in downtown Miami.
Can you tell me a little bit about what have been some of the struggles in getting supplies and building a custom home due to COVID and supply shortages?
Before COVID, we were able to get items, within weeks. Right now, you're looking about 12 to 14 months. Normal circumstances, you're probably around 8. Planning is key. So Ryan, I want to show you some things, that really make this home truly a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. So if we first start and look at the gable roofs and the whitewash tongue and groove, I really think that sets apart, definitely a finished product. And then another thing that we like to pride ourselves on is outlets on the baseboard. Hides the product, it doesn't ruin the drywall. Nice little touch.
Wow, it doesn't get much more American Dream than this. A beautiful custom home, steps from the water, live, work, play, South Florida lifestyle. Until next time, cheers to your American Dream.
Hi, I'm Jen Guidry, San Antonio's top loan officer, and I am here at the Tobin Center, and we have a great show planned for you today. I have the pleasure of interviewing the founding chairman and co-founder with mayor and county judge of the Tobin Center for the Performing Arts. He's the chairman of the Texas Department of Transportation and my favorite, chairman of the Bank of San Antonio. I introduce Mr. Bruce Bugg. Talk to me briefly about the economic growth or the growth of San Antonio, especially within the past 10 years.
San Antonio's population is roughly 2.6 million people. We have a business-friendly state. We're also the 9th largest economy in the entire world. We have technology, we have great school system here. Yep. It's a great culture to raise children.
People always ask me, how did you end up here? And I'm like, I got here as fast as I could, and I'm sure happy that I did. I love this city.
We're happy you did as well.
Me too. Thank you. What's your favorite part about San Antonio?
San Antonio is a town based on relationships. I mean, I started with basically nothing. I came here with a law degree and started my law practice. We're not a transaction-oriented town. We're relationship-oriented.
So I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to just first of all introduce me. This is like a dream of mine. You have no idea. And actually be up on the stage here, it's an incredible honor.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
It's been a real pleasure.
We had a great interview at the Tobin Center with Mr. Bruce Bugg, and now we're going to go to one of my favorite places in San Antonio, the Historic Pearl. We are at the Historic Pearl, one of San Antonio's best hotspots, and I am with Kevin Crawford with Portfolio Real Estate. This is some of the best restaurants. There's families everywhere. farmer's market on the weekends.
This is a weekday.
I mean, people live here. I mean, you name it, it's got it. Let's talk about San Antonio real estate.
We're still one of the cheapest places to live. We offer a great family environment. People just don't leave.
They don't leave. They stay here, especially with the military, right? They come here and then they end up coming back.
They do a tour through here, either through Lackland or Randolph or Fort Sam, and then they come back. After they retire, they come back home. It's a small town feel. You're 2 phone calls away from anybody in town. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows somebody.
So thank you so much for coming out here and explaining a little bit about our real estate, and I look forward to doing more stuff with you.
Be around.
Awesome. I am sitting here today at my favorite restaurant in San Antonio, and I definitely wanted to highlight you guys because San Antonio is finally becoming a place where we can get some amazing food. So can you just tell me a little bit about why you decided to open up this restaurant here in San Antonio and what prompted you to do all this?
We knew Pearl wanted to have a French restaurant. They trusted us with the project.
The menu and the restaurant is a love story for San Antonio. Let's bring a little bit of the home that I grew up in into the place that I've loved now for 20 years.
I've been here for 15 years, and certainly in the past 5 to 10 years, we have changed dramatically when it comes to the quality of food and places, and we're gonna look at the Pearl in just a little bit that we have, and I'm so happy that you guys are here, and again, my absolute favorite restaurant, and I just thank both of you guys, Philip and Jerome, who have and own this beautiful establishment, for having us here.
What's up, everyone? It's Chris Schwartz, your host of Financing the American Dream Philadelphia. And we're here at one of the #1 city clubs in Philadelphia, and we're gonna meet with Chris Stevens, the managing partner of KW Philadelphia. So let's take a look, see if he's here.
I'm having the time of my life. Everything is going all right. Ooh, I just made them look twice. This is how it feels when you living that good life.
So Chris, tell me a little bit about where we are. I know this place has a lot of history.
It's the club in the city, the #1 club in the city. It's just spectacular. If you see all the leaders on the wall, all the presidents, and
yeah, this is really impressive, and it kind of takes you back in time, right?
It does.
You are running KW Philadelphia. What are you seeing right now in the city of Philadelphia with real estate?
Lots of buyers, not a lot of sellers right now. That's going to change as we move into 2022, I believe, because of forbearance. There'll be a lot of short sales and REOs, I think, coming up, right?
Okay.
But, you know, Philadelphia is very resilient. A lot of investors from New York are coming into Philadelphia.
Yeah, and it's affordable as far as the city, you know, pricing compared to New York and other cities. I mean,
you know, New York, you have the 5 boroughs. In Philadelphia, we're neighborhood driven.
Right, yeah, right? You got the neighborhoods.
And each neighborhood is unique, but there's something for everyone within, you know, the greater Philadelphia area.
With your team, you have a phenomenal group of real estate agents, you know, boots on the ground that are in all the different neighborhoods in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, given where we are right now, and we're surrounded here by presidents and leaders. Tell us a little bit about the leadership and what KW Philadelphia does to set themselves apart in this market.
You know, for me, it's all about the people. And the people make the company, not the other way around.
I love that, yeah.
So I think when you have that philosophy and you have that mindset, you know, how can you go wrong? As long as you have the systems and tools in place, everything else just works itself out.
How did you get into real estate? What brought you into the real estate world and kind of landed you where you are today?
Started off in hospitality for 20 years. And just got to a point where I wanted to grow into a different sector. I decided to jump off the cliff, get my real estate license. A lot of my leadership skills from my previous
transferred over,
correct. A lot of our agents that, you know, come to us and say, hey, listen, you know, we just saw this type of technology, or we saw this out in the industry. You know, what do you think about it? And we'll look into it. You know, if it's working and it makes sense, you know, we'll
check it out.
So I think it's not just that cookie cutter type mentality. You have to think outside the box, and you got to be able to pivot and be able to adapt to different times, right? Because real estate today is completely different than it was even a year ago.
Well, Chris, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for the tour of this amazing building and showing us some of the history of Philadelphia, man. This has been awesome.
It's always great hanging out with you, man.
I hope you enjoyed this tour of some history in Philadelphia, and we'll see you next time on Financing the American Dream.
Welcome back to Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Logan Lindstrom with Revolution Mortgage, and today I am not standing in front of Lake Michigan. No, this is Fort Myers Beach down in Florida, and today one of our partners, Corey Paskevich, is going to give us a tour of his beach house right here in Fort Myers, and he's going to give us a tour and take us into one of his favorite ice cream places. So let's get off this beach and head on over to the house. All right, well, this was about a 5-minute walk, just enough time to get sweaty, and we are here at this beautiful beach house that happens to be owned by a good friend of mine and real estate expert, Corey Paskevich with eXp Realty. Today, we're gonna begin a tour of this house, we're gonna check out the pool, and hear a little bit about Corey's business. Let's head on in. Thank you.
Come on in.
Oh, that air.
I know, it feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a great space here.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I love right when you walk in, it's very spacious.
Yep, yeah, we got the vaulted ceiling, so that gives it a little more spacious effect. And then you have the living room, dining room, and open concept kitchen. We love it down here, so our family comes down here a couple times a year. We bought it more for that vacation rental type of purpose, and you know, it pays for itself and pays for us to come down. And
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, this is a little master suite here. And then we have a whole little ensuite, you know, bathroom with a shower, dual closets, all that.
All right, let's check out all the bedrooms here, and then we can head downstairs.
Sounds good.
All right, Corey, I gotta say, this is by far my favorite spot of the house here.
Thank you, man. This is actually right down here is what really sold us on the place. We had the bar area, ping pong table and all that behind, and then we have the whole pool, and then we got the little waterfall and all that. Nice little oasis back here.
It's great because you got the bar back there, right? You can kind of get the feel of the beach, right? With all the trees, the landscaping's done nice. It is very private back here too. I don't
fenced in, private, and yeah, nice and peaceful, man.
So,
it's perfect.
oh yeah. So, all right, well, hey, we should probably go get some ice cream now, shouldn't we?
Let's do it. I'm hungry. Yeah.
Jeff, nice to meet you.
You as well.
So tell us a little bit. How long have you been owning this shop here?
Yep, so Royal Scoop, this location was here. This is going on the 10th year. My family made the trip down here, and we decided to open an ice cream shop.
Nice. Where'd you come from?
From Michigan.
Okay.
So we're from the Midwest.
Nice.
So, you know, the Midwest dream to get down into South Florida and the sunny part of the country.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Good weather, right?
Absolutely.
And great ice cream. So.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, hey, should we go eat some ice cream now?
Yeah. Wonderful.
Awesome. All right, let's see what we got.
Yes. Sounds good.
All right, so again, Corey, we really appreciate you showing us your house down here in Fort Myers Beach. And one thing you mentioned when we were in there is that you use that for not only a vacation house, but also as an investment property. Yep. So tell us a little bit about that. As an investor / agent, just share a little bit about yourself.
My journey in real estate started about 19 years ago. Started as an investor, ended up buying a duplex, lived in half of it, rented the other half out. You know, a lot of people do that, and from there, it's like I bought one, and I bought the next, and here you have it. We have over 45 different rentals. Right now, we have the beautiful vacation home we have here. I'm also a real estate agent. So as an agent, I sell roughly about 50 to 60 homes a year. And it's just allowed us and our family, both the investment side, the agent side, a lot of that flexibility to come down here, take vacations, and having the house down here as well. I mean, we can come vacation pretty much anytime we want.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, all right, Corey, appreciate it again.
Thank you
Thanks
much.
for having us out here, checking out the house. Looking forward to coming down here, hanging out with you guys and the family, and coming back to the Royal Scoop. So
yeah, definitely.
Until next time.
Thank you for coming up. Appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, thanks for joining us on this episode of Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Logan Lindstrom with Revolution Mortgage, and I will see you next time back in Wisconsin. In the meantime, I'm gonna go hit that pool.
Hey, I'm Michelle Vaughn, host of Financing the American Dream. This week, we are taking you to Philadelphia, which is one of my favorite cities. We are going to meet with a top real estate agent. We're going to talk about what's the best part of the historical district of the market and why people love living in Philadelphia. So today, we have our guest real estate agent in Philadelphia, and
hi, I'm Lindsay Good with Compass Real Estate in Center City. Philadelphia is a great area to live. I've been here for many years now, and honestly, the community is one of the biggest draws to the city. Everywhere you live, every neighborhood has its own little vibe, its own little pocket of people, the culture, the food scene, the vibe, everything about Philadelphia, the sports. There's just so much to offer here in this market. We're sandwiched right in between New York and DC, and a lot of people will come here, buy and invest, and even commute to those cities because it's just so much more affordable here. We are one of the top metro cities in the US. I think we're number 7 or 8. So Philly's just very affordable. It's easy for buying and also like living right within walking distance of Center City, which is really important to a lot of people in today's world.
so the neighborhood you're going to take us to right now, tell us about it.
It's great. I mean, it's Rittenhouse Square, obviously. We're right here. That's pretty much where we are right now. It's one of the most popular neighborhoods in the city, one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the city. It has a lot of high-rises, a lot of condo living. It has brownstones on some blocks, but mostly like high-rise living. And it's just really centered around the park right there off of 18th and 19th Street. It's got a lot of great bougie type restaurants and a lot of the trendy spots, and also quick and easy access to getting in and out of the city.
So our next thing, we're going to take a tour of Philadelphia in Center City. You ready to go?
Let's check out some of these hotspots.
All right, awesome, let's go.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about where we're at right now?
Absolutely. So right now we're here in Rittenhouse, right in the heart of the city. We're on this beautiful tree-lined block right here between Pine and Lombard on Carlisle Street. What's great about this block is it's super quiet, easy accessibility to everything, and you have pretty much everything within like a stone's throw away, a quick 5-second walk. And we're right off of Broad Street, and there's literally no noise on this block, as you can tell right now.
What makes this area so popular?
The walkability. I mean, being able to walk right over to Broad Street. You got the Broad Street line. You can get quick and easy access down to the sports complex. You also have the Avenue of the Arts, Rittenhouse Square. We got pretty much every park within a 5 to 10 minute walk, Washington Square and Rittenhouse Square, and easy access to all the amenities that the city provides.
I like it.
I mean, I'll tell you a little bit about like the historic, being part of the Historic Association. So actually one of my newest listings right here, there is requirements, and a lot of homes on certain blocks are all certified with the Historical Commission. And when you are certified with them, you have to follow certain exterior guidelines. You have to keep like the shutters in certain conditions, the doors. You have to keep a specific look that kind of maintains the integrity of the block. And you can tell like all the colors are certain schemes. Nothing pops out and stands out. It all kind of just maintains a certain look that they're looking for here.
So let's talk about what's really popular. Whenever you have somebody to tell them why would you want to move to Philly or come here, what part of the culture and the lifestyle that you think is the most impactful?
Well, some of the like best places to go while I have people out here in town that I really like to go over to the Rocky Steps over at the Art Museum. Yeah. Boathouse Row is really popular, obviously driving along Kelly Drive. And then also Old City where the Liberty Bell is, where everyone has to go over there and check out and do all the tours in Old City. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Old City, it's my favorite. So what about the nightlife here? In Philadelphia, what do you...
Nightlife, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, nightlife, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a late night or kind of like a restaurant vibe, but I usually go to a lot of the restaurants around the square, like Park, Rouge, Devon's are my favorites. 13th Street is awesome, has some of the best restaurants in the city, like Lolita, Barbuzzo, El Vez is over there. I should shout out to everyone over there, but there's so many great restaurants on that block.
just wanted to thank Lindsay for touring us through Philadelphia. We appreciate having you here on Financing the American Dream. Next episode, we will be in a new city near you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream. I've been your host, Craig Sewing. Don't forget you can follow us on social media. Until next time, cheers to your American Dream. So The American Dream is a show about lifestyles, culture, neighborhoods, but also real estate. We find the best real estate teams all across the country.
Let's just talk quickly about the fact that this used to be a really seasonal community.
Historically, this area was a ski town. So keeping in that four-season community, I'm going to take you to one of my favorite spots.
The importance of having a person. I think it's really important that you have somebody that you know and trust.
Y'all come check it out.
And so when you see that balance and that care and that spirit, people here are friendly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tricia.
That's all for today. In the meantime, cheers to your American Dream.
Welcome back to The American Dream.
Let's get this show started right now.
I don't think they heard me the first time.
Does this ever get old?
A national TV show centered on real estate, lifestyle, and culture.
There's never a day that I don't love hopping on my cruiser, taking a spin around the bay.
Hello, America, and welcome to The American Dream, a national TV show centered on real estate, lifestyle, and culture. Let's get this show started right now.
I ain't gonna wait. I'm coming at you straight. Got you in my rear view. I don't even hear you. I'm already flying away.
I cannot wait to show you the inside of this incredible estate.
American Dream TV is a chance for America to hear from small business owners and big dreamers, local leaders and trendsetters, tastemakers and upshakers, the men and women, young and old, in every ethnicity and different perspective of this country we share. We are the American Dream TV, and together we are changing the world of television.
Do you know my name? Do you know my name? Yeah, my name is Notorious, Infamous, Wanted Man, Dangerous. I'm an army, I'm a legion, I'm a ghostin', I'm a heathen. Do you know my name? Let's go. My name is Legend.